two leaders that could never get along. South Sudan's President Salva Kiir and First Vice President Riek Machar have been locked in a power struggle for years. The UN pushed them to work together to avoid another civil war. But weeks after fighting resumed between rival groups in the capital, Kiir has now replaced Machar. Machar fled Juba last week, ignoring Kiir's call to return, unless a neutral peacekeeping force is created by an international body. So the president has appointed Taban Dengai, who is Riek Machar's chief negotiator during peace talks, a decision that many feared could lead to even more violence.
It come into our mind, especially me, it come into my mind, there's a war. There's a very big war coming.
The latest violence left hundreds of people dead as forces loyal to both sides battled each other. And in the last week alone, more than 25,000 people have fled to neighboring Uganda, fearing that the world's youngest nation could once again plunge into full-scale civil war. July 2011. After more than 20 years of guerrilla warfare, South Sudan finally gained independence.
We dream of South Sudan where children go to school without fear of air bombardments.
But just 2 years later, the country descended into civil war. After President Salva Kiir sacked his cabinet and accused Riek Machar of planning a coup, the war was broadly fought between the country's biggest ethnic groups. The Dinka, led by Kiir, and the newer rebels, backing Machar. Tens of thousands were reportedly killed and more than 2.2 million displaced. Several peace deals were signed and breached. Then in August last year, with the threat of UN sanctions, a ceasefire was agreed. And in April, Machar returned to South Sudan as first vice president in a new unity government led by Kiir. But it's been a fragile peace, with tension and distrust among the once warring troops still dangerously high. As well as political instability, the economy is in free fall. Soaring inflation and a drop in oil prices have increased poverty, leaving much of the population in urgent need of food aid. And with Machar now out of the game, is rebuilding peace still on the cards for South Sudan? Christine Pirovolakis, The Newsmakers.